Hey there, now today we're tackling something that most of us in sales and client management are guilty of, and that is we think we know what the client needs or believe. We spotted a tell that reveals their concerns. But those little assumptions can completely derail the conversations and damage your rapport before you even realize it. Stick around because I'm breaking down how to avoid these pitfalls so you can stay fully connected to your client's real needs. And if you're ready to level up, grab my free negotiation cheat sheet at my website, details in the description. It's packed with strategies that you want to keep handy for your next negotiations. All right, so let's dive into it. Why are assumptions so risky in sales? Now, this is something that we might not have even noticed that when we're doing it, but it leads to missed opportunities and lost trust if we're not careful. So let's take a look at some of the specific examples where assumptions really backfire. Now, one big trap in sales is making assumptions of what we think a client can afford. Now, imagine you meet with a client and assume that your company's product is too expensive for them. Maybe it stems from that cautious mindset of what some might call the poor person mentality. Or you're even tempted to offer a discount or sell them a scale back version without even asking if they see the value in that full offer. But what if the client actually has the budget and is prepared to invest in quality? When we underestimate their willingness to spend, we end up leaving money right there on the table and worse off, signal a lack of confidence in the product's values. Now, clients often picked up on this hesitation without you even knowing, and it can lead them to questions if the product is really worth their investments. Now, assumptions don't just show up around the budget. Another big one is assuming you know what a client wants based on the past experiences. Let's say you're meeting a client in an industry where you've sold the same product many times before. Now, you might assume that they'll want the same or even the most basic solution based on their experiences. But what if these clients want something unique and stands out from the market? Now, when we let our past experiences color our view, we risk overlooking what actually matters to this client. So, why are we so prone to making this assumption? It's partly how our brains are wired. We rely on the past experiences and patterns, especially on a fast paced field like sales, where we feel the pressure to make decisions so very quickly. But these mental shortcuts cost us a lot. Now, let's talk about the psychology behind it, okay? Now, assumptions often form because our minds naturally fill in gaps with information that we think we already know. Now, if you work with that kind of clients, similar clients over and over and over again, your mind starts to categorize them, predicting the patterns. Now, this approach may save time, but can also blind us to the unique details that makes each client different. And then there's also the sense of control that assumptions can give us. When we fill in the gaps, we remove the ambiguity and making ourselves feel prepared. Ironically, those assumptions very often backfire and it leads to misunderstanding, lack of trust, or worst case, it pushes the clients towards a competitor. Now that we've seen how assumptions form and why they are so risky, why don't we just look at some strategies to stay grounded and connected and what clients truly needs? Now, here are four techniques that I use that you can start using, try them out today to keep your conversation focused on the client. One of it. Now, instead of asking standard questions, um, try using the perspective reflection method. That is, don't just ask open ended questions. For example, if a client mentions concerns about implementations, go beyond why is that? Instead, try saying, well, this sounds like an ease and timing are important in making this decision. What will be a smooth implementation looks like for your team? Now, this clarifies their needs and keeps the focus on their unique experiences. Now, you want to set a mental reset for every meeting. So, before every meeting, clear your mind of what you think you know about the clients of their needs. Jotting down, today I know nothing, can serve as a quick mental reset to stay curious and prevent categorizing the clients based on the past experiences. Now, you want to listen to the hidden needs through the third order listening. What is a third order listening? Now, it means going beyond just words or even the typical underlying meaning. Listens for patterns and how they express concerns, like they might say things like, what we've been struggling with, or the challenge has been so forth. Now, these phrases often reveal underlying pain points and they may not be directly stated. Now, check their biases, or rather, your biases post meeting. After each meeting, do a bias audit. Write down any assumptions that you had and evaluate whether or not they are accurate. Now, this builds self awareness over time and reduces biases that clouds your judgment. So what happens when we stop making assumptions? Now, a few great things comes out of it for both of you and your client. Now, first, you start to understand your clients on a whole new level. Every conversation becomes an opportunity to truly learn what matters to them and allowing you to offer that solutions that resonate with them. Second, now this approach builds a credibility. When clients know that you're listening to them rather than pigeonholing them into a predetermined category, they feel valued. You see where we're getting at? This fosters trust, making them more comfortable opening up, which only strengthens the relationship in that long run. Now, if you're ready to start negotiating without falling into assumption traps, my free negotiation cheat sheet has practical strategies to help you stay present and focus on the client's real needs. Head over there to my website descriptions, or everything is in the description below. And till then, don't forget to like, subscribe my channel. My name is Dean. I'm the Sales Rebel, and I'll see you in the next video.